Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone. Yes, I am back. Back from 2 nights at the cabin. Warm nights at the cabin. Yes. Hey, 7th, Nick. It's good to see you, Nick. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? How are things going just north of me? Bradley, it's good to see you, hun. Ben, good. Good? Yeah, afternoon. I haven't had enough caffeine, so it's just afternoon. It's not quite good yet. So, yeah. Hold on. I think my Crystal Light squeeze bottle is old. I'm trying to get away from pop. But it's supposed to be strawberry lemonade. It almost tastes like maple. Oh well. You've had enough. Oh, please send some this way. There was um Starbucks has what they called it a triple shot, something like that, to replace their older one, I think, which I preferred their older one. But it only had like maybe 200 milligrams of caffeine. I picked that up in a grocery store and went, oh, forget that. Give me Black Rifle. There's one with 300 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm fine with that one. But yeah. Oh, it was so nice to get away. We there's no AC. Didn't need a wood stove. We could have had a fire in the fire pit, but when it's dang near 100 degrees, you don't want to sit out by a fire pit. So we just put our chairs around the fire pit and stared at the river. But yeah, I got to abandon all this chaos that happened right before we left. So it was kind of nice. It's like peace, quiet, didn't have to worry about any of that. And we went to by bumping on a snowshoeing trail or cross country ski trail. It was nice. It was really pretty, nice and flat. But we found the weirdest place. Um, shoot, I didn't send it over. Um, but it was back up against the hillside. It had like, when you cut down a tree and you got the big tall pieces that you can just make flat and sit on. There was like 8 of them in this kind of a semicircle. But what was weird is there was no evidence of humans. Usually, we're pigs. We leave evidence of us everywhere. Garbage. Uh, well, somewhere back in there is some plastic that I left. It's called my lens cap. So somewhere I bumped my lens cap and to my camera and I lost it. But there was no water bottle lids. There was no just like food packaging. Um, no bullets. Shells laying around. Nothing. It was neat but creepy at the same time. Um, uh, someone has been back there because you take off the end of this old dirt road and they've made little footbridges over places. One place they took like a um My brain wants to call it paneling, but I know it's not it. Nuts. You know, a sheet of plywood. There we go. It was like pressboard plywood, and they put it over something, and it kind of made a walkway that over time is almost broken half. So someone's been back there, but it was just strange. It was really pretty. Gosh, it was pretty back there. Um, Nuts. I got some sounds I gotta put together. It is so quiet back there. Oh my god. I get back to the cabin and all you hear is cars. The cabin's wonderful in early spring before they open up the pass because nobody goes up the pass. So, hey, suspicious guys, how you feeling? But yeah, that's exactly it, Brazzy. You throw in menopause and some brain fog from the fibro, and you're set to go. That's the rest of your day's gone. But let me see if I can find that because I didn't send it over here and I should have because I need to. But if I'm on Ethernet, it won't send. Oh, nuts. I hope this holds because I didn't bring my power cord. It's in the dining room. But what do you call it? Videos. And I'll put it up to the microphone. And you guys can hear it, hopefully. What's it doing? What's it doing? Okay, maybe we'll wait a second because my phone. Oh, yeah. I think they have their own thing. For some reason, it doesn't want to. It's on my bleeping phone. Why doesn't it want to play? It wants to save something. Come on. Well, it'll eventually play. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not sure why it doesn't want to play, but I'll have to figure it out. Oh. Oh. Well, I might have it on a flash drive. It's really, really strange. Yeah, because that'll play, but this is. Oh, well, we'll give it a little. I've never seen this on a video before. See if my phone will adjust. That little dot. I've never seen it, but maybe I have it someplace else and it's just pitching a fit. I don't know. Basically my trip back to the cabin this last weekend, that's why I've kind of been AWOL. I've been gone. Yeah. But Brazzy, I think men have their own version of menopause. I'm pretty sure they do. Because sometimes I'll ask hubby and his brain fog will have kicked in. So, hey Sandy, how are you? Did anybody catch Janet's show? I'm on the replay crew. No notification at all. None. But I was watching menopause. Yep. You notice all this stuff starts with men? Menopause, menstruation, menses. All that stuff starts with men. Interesting. Yeah, I'm still kind of going through it when I was getting ready for this. But yeah, it was a good show. But I didn't see any notification, but I was also going through baby clothes of what I can get rid of, what I can upcycle to a consignment shop. That much fun. Yeah, it's kind of strange. But then I always wonder, you noticed AI tends to be female voices. So, don't know. I just little things like that stand out to me. Excuse me. Um, so I was watching the Why Files, getting caught up on that one, and it's just killing the 12-year-old that I have an unopened. It's buried. An unopened hecklefish in here, and I'm gonna leave him closed. I wrote down it's a hecklefish, so I know what it is. It's killing him because he can't open it. I'm like, we can play with the other one now. It's okay. We can play with the other hecklefish, and we'll just save this one for later. And I really need to clean this room. And I thought I was gonna have a easy chance of getting ready to go to the cabin, so we could just get up and get pour stuff into the cooler and leave. What's a hecklefish? Just a second. Hold on. I gotta ask what's a hecklefish. You stay closed. No. There we go. Red cat. Yeah, that's red cat. Please say aliens. Please say aliens. Please say aliens. He's a little fish from the Y-Files. And I think because of my viewing, what was it? Flapjack said I'm probably the reason they get Y-File suggestions. I will be a strict but fair lord of these lands, and my serfs will come to idolize me. But his teeth, I don't even know if you can hear them. They're plastic, but they look human, creepily human. And his tinfoil hat's Velcro, so we may have accessories later of different hats. So, yeah. Oh, I love hecklefish. And that thing's slowly trying to do its thing. I don't know what I did, but I'll eventually get it up. It is so silent back there that maybe I can have these still. I decided not. This one's still on here. Yeah, that's how silent that one bird is. Just that's how quiet it is back there. And I absolutely love it. I mean, he pretty much does. Yeah, he's like AJ's he'd be like Walter is to Jeff Dunham. Yeah. So God, I got that lovely Google lady for my GPS voice. I don't know if I can change it or not. Now I need to look. But yeah, Saturday I thought I was planning on Saturday getting everything loaded, you know, and an alter ego. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Getting everything loaded, and my son goes, can you watch Kara tonight? And I'm like, okay. Um, can you bring her as late as possible? And then I'll take her back in the morning when I go into town to get ice. So yeah, I got her bed to put together, and so I can get my room back. I gotta spend some time in this room cleaning it. I don't know. But, like I said, I went through the drawers. Anything the kid's 3, and she's almost 40 pounds and tall. And so she's in 5Ts. They're just a smidge big, so it'll last for a couple of months. I went through and anything that's not 5T is either going to go to consignment if it's still in good shape, or Goodwill, and getting rid of the baby stuff. So that's why I missed Janet's show today. I was watching the Wi-Fi, I was sorting through everything and going through toys, and so yay! That's awesome. That's awesome that you are on the right path for mending. Of course. Don't leave home without it. But there's nothing back there to be afraid of anything, but it's just it's really cool. Um, I'm so glad you got to drive. That is so awesome. Misha, how are you? I'm glad you put up that notification in the lifeboat uh Facebook, or I never would have saw Janet's show. I didn't get a notification. But like I was just saying, one might have came by, but I was watching the Wi-Fi, I was on TV and completely missed it. So yeah. I didn't get up to the cabin as early as I wanted because there was nobody there before us the night before. So, they say checkout's 11, check-in is 1 o'clock. I could have showed up at 9 and still, because there would have been nobody there, but I didn't get to. So, but little girl had a good time. She had fun. And then, um, I don't want to yell. And I'll just text him, bless you. You guys don't want to hear that yanking through. Hold still. There we go. I just hollered, bless you. She did an amazing job. Yes, she did a wonderful job. Um, what did my phone for? No. Excessive heat warning. I'm tired of this shit. It's supposed to be 100 and some. And I want to go trying to talk my son into going to Timberwolf Mountain because he wants to take the 3-year-old up there. Jeez. Oh, Weatherbug has to give me all the places I have saved, all their alerts for excessive heat. It's 7,000 feet. You got a great view of Rainier. Blue skies the day before, blue skies that day, blue skies in actually Ashford and all around Rainier. So, trying to talk him into going. Ew, yuck, 111 and probably humid. Ugh, ugh. It was lightly humid here yesterday. Well, us Eastern Washingtonians called it muggy because we had a little bit of rain. But yeah, I tried to talk him and he's like, well, I'm Sarah's and his girlfriend, the fiance, but eventually they'll get married probably once the little one's out of daycare because she gets assistance on daycare. Um, uh, she goes, not in a talking mood right now. I said, okay, I get it. I get it. Just wait, you spring it on to her. Hey, we're going to drive up into the mountains where we get no cell phone signal until we get to the very top. Yeah, that probably wouldn't go over very well. Yeah, but maybe I can talk him into going, even if it's just us two. It's got to be in the morning when the sun is coming up, so it hits right here. Doesn't do any good if I wait till later and it's behind me. So it's a feel. Yuck. I think we're supposed to get like 100. I mean, it is summer, so and more people die of the cold than they do the heat. So, um, have some of this weird maple. I don't know what. I need to look at the expiration date. But it smells more like maple than it tastes. I know. And with recovery, we're not getting out like we typically do. I should have been to Rainier about 4 or 5 times by now. I've been twice. And so, okay, love. All right. I'm glad you're doing okay. I was starting to worry. Okay. Um, the Kira, the 3-year-old, looked at the wall on all my pictures, and she pointed at it, and she goes, "I want to go back to the mountains." And I went, "You'll get there. We'll get you there. Don't worry. There's still some summer. I'll yank you out of daycare if I have to and take you up there." So, but I dropped her off at about 10 o'clock in the morning. She had to have cereal because I didn't plan on her. So I didn't have any extra Nana food. I didn't have her cheese sticks. I didn't have her waffles. She wanted pancakes. And I'm like, "Papa's packing. We don't have a time to have pancakes. You're going to have cereal." Ooh, I didn't go over good at all. Yeah. And we got up there and putted around for the first day, walked to there's a campground behind the place. That's really cool. It's got some really super tall trees, and it's where 2 rivers meet, and it's kinda neat. It's only like $10 a night for a space if you wanna rent it back there. Um, and then, there were some ladies who were camping there, and they asked if we were staying at the cabin, and one lady asked if there was running water in there yet, and I'm like, No." She was hoping because it was summer, there'd be running water. I'm like, "No." I said, "There hasn't been in the last 19 years we've been there hasn't been any water, running water." So it's easy. You don't have to, no freezing pipes. You don't have to deal with anybody clogging the toilet. You don't have to deal with any of that, except you have to get your water from the river, which is clear, beautiful, clear water. Just don't catch a water skipper when you dip your bucket in and then boil it, and then you got some nice wash water. You could probably drink it if you want to, but I'll pass. Yeah. But the next day, getting up and going to these one of these places that we keep seeing the signs for like snowshoeing and cross country skiing. It's like, what's back there? What's back there? We don't know because the other side is the lake. Everybody wants to go to the lake. So we went back to the other, we just started meandering and let's see if I can find it. Um, do, 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 do. Oh, and yes, these will be back on tomorrow. Yes, it feels really strange, but they don't fit into my gloves when I go pick up wood or anything. So I took them off, and not to mention, I don't want to catch him on something and then just about lift my nail up off the nail bed. Done that before. Let's see. Share screen. Do I have one up here? Okay, this will give you an idea of how big the trees are back there. That thing is huge. And then we're standing on some of it that fell over, but it was gorgeous back there. I can't wait to go back. But the trail pretty much right there stops for anybody without any poles. And since we didn't have any poles or anything, and my monopod is still here behind me, I left without it. Because you're gonna have to do some climbing to get to back to the trail for all the deadfall. But I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. Let's see, what else do I got? From that. No, oh, and I got back, unloaded everything. I really need to go through this. And then in time to, I had, instead of just the 2 daycare kids that I normally get, I had the 3rd one too. I had the 5-year-old. And, oh, um, where's the other one from that? I think I saved it. I'll show you guys. No, that's just me. This one is so cute. Okay, so we went out to dinner Friday and for our anniversary, and that was good. That was really nice. We sat out at Gold Creek, and on their patio. Of course, it's 80 some degrees, and no one else is going to want to sit out there with you. It's kind of nice. So we got a nice, peaceful dinner, and then had the not the livestock, the wildlife came through. Not the let's see, like little guys like this one, and he's so cute. He was Biddles. He was only about this big. He was just tiny, tiny, coming down for a drink of water. They've got it's supposed to, it's a man-made waterfall, but it's still the animals love it. And let's see, where's the other one? How do I find this again? Um, Tuesday. Oh, here's another. I put this on the Google review for them, and it is just the cutest little quail. This is father quail, and I didn't get the camera out fast enough. But it had the whole little family following down to the water and then crossing. So it was so I put this on their review. That's the missus was down inside the feed trough. I put a game camera up by the cabin. Nothing came by. I was like, yeah. Thank you, Misha. Yeah, I've pretty much you should have seen me try and take this picture. Not fully stand up, but I couldn't sit down and the railing was in the way. So I'm squatting as low as I could so I wouldn't scare it. I wouldn't scare it off. Oh, good thing I um how do I add another one? I don't know if I can. One of these days I'll figure this out. I will have this all figured out. It ain't gonna be today though. Um this was Tuesday morning. I'm like going, we can't go home until I've at least been to the top of the pass. Rainier was stunning. That's Tipso Lake. Wildflowers aren't quite out yet, so probably in about a week and a half or so, I need to get back up there. And I'll take the daycare kids and we'll go walk around Tipso Lake and they can go up to this big, huge wooden bridge that goes over the road. One side says, entering Wenatchee National Forest, and the other side, it says, about knocked that over, uh, entering Mount Rainier National Park. Yeah, that sky was so blue. That's why I'm itching to get to Timberwolf. I don't care if I drive myself, but yeah. And then this little guy. Let's see if I can find him again. Let's see. Evidently, this is not a bee. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's not a bee. It's in the fly family. I thought it was like a carpenter bee, but it's not. I was like, and it's huge. It was humongous. But yeah, I got to get these up onto Instagram and whatnots, and I just haven't had the time. I got so much stuff I got to get done because hubby's only got about 2 weeks left. Still got to get the curtains hung. Because they're heavy by the time I get the liners attached to them as well, because those things weigh a ton, but they sure work. God, they work. And it's an 8-foot window, so I'm gonna need some help getting it done. I don't know. I need to look into it and see if it does. I mean, it looks like those big horse flies that do bite. It's Miss Dragon, honey. I thought I followed you already. I'm Miss Dragon on everything. Twitter, I lost my original name. I forgot the password, so now it's either I think I have 66 since I was born in 66 behind it. Instagram, I'm Miss Dragon. My Facebook is facebook.com Miss Dragon. Any kind of social media that came out, Gab, Minds, anything like that. Yeah. Um, it's Miss Dragon, BitChute, uh, Odyssey, Rumble. Yeah, pretty much every place. So, um, yep, that's yeah. Even to the point I have a blank OnlyFans page because I just decided I'm not gonna let anybody take my name, and I have double verification, so it keeps other people from trying to get into my name. So yeah, God, I've been that for over 20 years. I was like 38 when I made up the name for the Taps message board, and I'm 50. Ew, 58. Yeah, 20 years. I even I haven't done much lately on it because I don't have it on my cell phone, and I don't have Facebook on my cell phone. I have it on my old cell phone. It's, it's my phone's tracking me enough. I don't need those apps to track me as well. So, and of course, I'm one of these people. If I'm not, the kids aren't using the phone, they go into a Faraday bag. They go into an off-grid bag. They just pretty much disappear. I don't need three devices listening to me. One's bad enough. Oh, but it was nice. It was nice to come home and take a shower. Even though I've got it figured out. We have a privacy tent, those little skinny little things like you put your porta potties in if you're camping or whatnots, and it's for showering too. I love it. Um, but got it figured out for inside the cabin. It's April. You don't want to shower outside. Um, those portable collapsible dog pools and all those, and they have edge. They're in little sections about this big, so they can fold up nice. So they kind of mold itself underneath the sink, and you just pour water over you and take a bath in the kitchen, and it all goes into that, and then you just dump it in the sink. It goes into the bucket, and chuck the bucket outside. So, God, it feels good. But I'm so glad to get back to an actual shower and an actual toilet. I mean, yeah, I could have if I had a business, but I don't have a business. So I think and then I ended up I lost my password to Proton Mail, and so I have to start all over again. So there went $400. But I think I've had this name for so long that some kid said something about uh, me taking the name Miss Dragon here on YouTube, copying somebody else. I said, yeah, no, not a chance. I said, you probably have to add the capital D because I've had the name before you did. And that's the only person who ever made a fuss about it. I'm like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Somewhere in my photo bucket, I have the glittery things from MySpace with the Miss Dragon name on it. That tells you how long it's been. But who was it? One of these days, what do you call it? I make my own little blend. I call it sleep smells. There's a oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Good Sleep. Is the name of the smell on Amazon. Well, I also mix it with extra eucalyptus and lavender and peppermint and everything. And I used to put it in the little thing that spits out the aromatherapy. And now I just put it right directly on my pillow. Don't get your eye in it though. Your eye will feel cool and minty for a good half hour. But I just put it right there on my pillow, and I just, to me, that says it tells my brain go to sleep, and I can go to sleep. But I won't, not until September. I'll be pretty much here. I don't have another trip up there. I got September's and October's, but and then we don't go in the wintertime. We did that once before and they had no power. So that's before I made curtains for the place. And so it was cold. We basically made like a little fort with extra blankets around the dining room chairs to keep the heat in because it was cold. So, and if you can't drive down there, I hate, and I've done it before. We've got there a late snow because you got to book 6 months in advance. We had to park up top and pack everything down the hill and pack it back up the hill to leave in the snow. It's like that wasn't any fun. But so, how's everybody else doing? Anything exciting happened while I was gone? I missed, kind of glad I wasn't around for all the. Oh, cool. I like the play on words to the last name. It reminds me, I need to make some more homemade shampoo. My hair feels so much cleaner with it. It's just and it doesn't take that long. I just got to find where I put the recipe because I got all the stuff. But it's one thing I didn't do was blow dry my hair. It up in the mountains. It just went. My hair just goes poof. So yeah, I missed trying to catch up on some of the memes that people put out, and since we pretty much disappeared, so we didn't have to deal with all that rigmarole, and I really haven't been on Facebook to see what people are saying or not saying. It's just kind of once the year's over, a lot of this shit will slow down, and won't have to deal with it for another 4 years. Hopefully not. But I did learn because I got to play catch up on my news blast. That last week we had some Chinese military ships by some Alaskan islands. It's always good to know. It's comforting when you live on the West Coast. Gonna have our own Red Dawn scenario, maybe? Don't know. So, yeah. There's so many things people saying, well, it's this one's fault, it's this one's fault, it's this one's fault. Who gives a shit whose fault it is? We need to figure out why it happened. What triggered the kid? What has Keith said there's some guy he heard it said we need to heal America's psyche. Yeah. He was very, very lucky. Had he not turned his head, what gets me is the shooter can't answer any questions now. They left Sirhan alive. They got the guy alive who tried to attempt on Reagan. He was still alive. But that's what gets me is they eliminated the person who could actually answer the questions. But we just got to get this country back. The whole country's morale needs to improve. We got to work together, not against each other. There's a picture. If I can find it, and since I can't send it over because, oh wait, I can. It will let me send it over. Because I never did get me off of Wi-Fi. Luckily, it's just 2 people here, so where's it at? No, this is videos. If I could get people to understand it, it would. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Did I find you, fishy, fishy, before we left? Um, okay, there we go. If I can send this over. I never did take this off of. I put it on the Wi-Fi. I'm surprised it's behaving with me. So now that means I can. This was a neat place to go to. Um, I absolutely love this picture. Ah, I love it. So, and what's my battery at? Because I forgot my charger. But yeah, the day the people understand the image, everything changes. It's like the old saying, we are many and they are few. But I thought this was perfect. Mhm. See if it'll let me send that video over. Okay. But this is a cool building. I got a great shot of when it shows up. Okay, it says sent. This one I might have to print out too. It's a, what can I do with this? No, it won't let me do it. Ah, I thought having these all lined up, but if my computer's so old, if I have them all lined up, they'll probably crash. That's a day use site behind the Forest Service cabin with the other um, campground. I thought that was really cool back there. So, yeah. After this is done, I get to go and find more toys downstairs and sort what stays, what goes. I'll probably keep the red and blue Tupperware thing you pull out with all the little shapes that you shove in because you get them for, it cost me like 35 bucks. I'm like, holy shit. Wasn't that expensive when the kids were little? Dig all that stuff out so I can slowly start getting my space back in my house because I don't need all the baby stuff anymore. And then garbage days tomorrow. So it's going through both refrigerators and getting stuff and throwing it away because that way it only has overnight to do its thing inside the garbage can before they take it away. So I know I've still got like peppers and stuff in there from camping that are probably sitting there going, I'm thirsty, I'm drying up. They're just gonna go, yeah. Bob Newhart died? I knew Lou Dobbs died, but I didn't know Bob Newhart died. Oh God, I remember those. I have still have the vegetable tray thing from Tupperware with the lid and all the little sections and the little cup. Though I've lost the cup in the middle because it had a lid and I have no idea where it went to. But man, I know. Wow, God, I used to love watching the Bob Newhart show. Both of them, the old one and the new one, or new. Well, the one from what, the 80s. Jeez, yeah, I've got a white Tupperware bowl. That's my popcorn bowl. Growing up, we had the big green one that was about yay big. Dad would make popcorn, and we did have it till it got really chewy, and then it was like time to throw it out and start another big bowl. But yeah, uh, I would go to parties. I always tried to have a party. I never had any luck because I don't have a lot of friends. So, and I live up here in the Tules, and most of my classmates live at least 50 miles away. So I'll just find someone and order from them. But because I've got the spaghetti containers, and yeah. Oh God, yeah. That bowl was fabulous. I'm pretty sure it's still down at Dad's somewhere, which I need to see how my stepmom's doing. But yeah. Um, wow, Bob Newhart died. The computer's not fussing at me yet. But so that's my exciting evening plans today. Go through baby toys and refrigerators. Got got wood things for the top of my glass top stove to protect the burners because they don't make parts for it anymore, so I can't afford to crack this top too. But slowly starting to save them. Hey Shannon, um, for a new stove, and they'll fit nicely on this new stove because the one I want is at Costco, and all the controllers are in the front instead of the back. So these little wooden things will push back nicely, and it'll be good. I'm glad you're here, Shannon. How are you doing? I don't know if I didn't really watch The Big Bang Theory much. We would watch like reruns, and they usually have the same ones over and over again. Who was he on The Big Bang Theory? Good, Shannon. That's wonderful. Well, what did I see? I might be able. Now that I realized I can airdrop something, and my phone's at 19. I need to put this up. I like this one. I liked this one. It's gonna go up on Facebook. But I ran across this on my morning peruse of Telegram. Let's see. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay. Now let's see if I can. Why does it tell me? It won't tell me. But this is going to go up on the Facebook group. I like this one. Yep. I thought this was perfect and it needs to go up there. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think by that time we started watching Two Broke Girls for a while, and then I pretty much quit watching TV. So, yeah. And then we haven't had TV for 2 years now. We just don't. I'm usually on here. Hey, Jason, how are you? Oh, I know. I know. Oh, I did too. I got a kick out of that show. I just thought it was a blast. And the cook, the Russian cook, was hilarious. Yeah. Uh, um. So, I don't know what time I'm gonna go to town tomorrow. Hopefully, we can get up early and go to town and come back, and I can do this. The Polish neighbor, yes, he was 94. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna live that long. I don't know if I want to. Now with the shit show we got going on now. No. Man. But I don't know if I can get my ass up and in gear that early. Maybe I'll go to town Saturday. I signed up for Fred Meyers' Boost. So, but wait, if I go, my brain, and wants to do so many things. I want to be here Friday, but I also need to go shopping. And then Saturday, I want to go to the mountains. Maybe I'll just plan on next week, getting back to my regular schedule. Because I'm still unpacking and putting stuff. I still got to get the boxes out of, we call it Donut. The Expedition is now called Donut because it used to be a cop car. And repacked so that they can go into, so I always repack them, so all I got to do is throw in food and we go. So yeah, I'm thinking Monday. I'll see if I can find a video, a hiking video or two, put them together and turn it into a premiere so we can all visit. And I'm trying to. Oh, that's another thing too. Doing everything. We also got to. I got new way to put this. My lights on my front lights on my Impala. That my brain wants typically people to understand. My car. Here we go. My car's headlights. Got all that stuff to be replaced for my car because the plastic's getting yucky. So that's another thing that's got to get done this weekend. So yep, I used to watch that and had Daryl and his other brother Daryl. That one, God, that was funny. I loved it. But I got so if I need anything from Fred Meyers, which is basically it's a Kroger subsidiary. Now I have 2-hour delivery out here in the Tules, free. So if I need something really, really bad, nah. So he had 3 shows, but I thought Bob Newhart only had 2 shows named Bob Newhart. I don't know. Oh, because there's that one with Suzanne Plachette. She played his wife. That was late 70s. Jesus, I'm old. Oh. But I guess if I need anything desperate, I gotta figure out. I want to go bananas. I'm just gonna be back on regular schedule Monday. That's what I'll plan on because I love doing this and I love being back here, but my brain's going, okay, once you get done this, you got to go this, and this, and I've got to calm it down or my ADHD will really, really kick in and I will have complete chaos. So no, I'm thinking about Bob Newhart. Okay, well, I have got this much and it hasn't gone red yet, so I better log this off before my computer just shuts me down and I can't shut it off. So, guys, I love you all. Plan on Monday. I'll figure something out for a premiere over the weekend so people can get together, we can visit and whatnot. That's easy enough because I can carry it around with like for 3 hours last weekend. I just carried it around with me wherever I go. I took y'all to the post office while I was doing this. So okay. All right, looks like I have an issue I got to attend to because daughter got an email from the apartment they're putting in for, so hopefully I can respond and they can have an apartment and yeah. Okay, I will go. Okay, it's called Bob. I will go look for it. That's cool. Oh, 10 weeks of chemo. Strong. Very, very strong. I admire her for that. Send her my love. Yeah, because I ain't doing that shit. Mm-mm. Nope. All right, guys. So next week, as usual, these will be back on. I've already got them painted and ready to go. I'm going to go through the refrigerator and wash all the dishes before I put them back on. So, guys, I love you all, and I'll figure something out. So, all right. And for Paola, all my love, Miss Dragon. Let's see if I can get this ending right now. Okay, over here to Brand, and out we go. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.